welcome back, Bragg Pips here, and today we are back with another breakdown analysis video. And on this breakdown analysis video today, we will deal with some of the pair like AUD CHF, AUD JPY, AUD USD, Euro, AUD USD CAD, and USD CHF. So I will take you through how they went previous week and how we catch some of the entries on these pairs. So stay with me from the beginning of this video to the end. But if you're new to this channel, please consider liking subscribe, like this video, share to your friends in order for us to get many people. So after saying that, let's jump on the video. So let's start with this AUD CHF, where I get some of the entries from this point here, but also this point here, and also this point here. So we'll start with this one, where in this level we had the entry type 2. Everyone knows about the entry type 2, and if you don't, try to check out my previous video. I explain it about the type 2 entry very clearly. So cut the chart at this point here. What you can see, this was the area of liquidity. This is our area of liquidity. Let me mark it by a rectangle. This was the area of liquidity, and if you go to the 1 hour time frame to see what happens there, you can see that after this price came in, first we add this one, which I think for those who enter from this point, the bucket may take them out, because we can see that the stop loss hit, but we don't deal with that. We only deal with this one, the second one. But also for those who took from this point, let's try to see what the market did to them. We cut the chart from that point, right, according to our entry type 2. And now what we can see here, we were having this good transition with this inside formation here, but also this one. So we'll mark this one, this, and then we go back down to the lowest time frame, which is 15 minutes. And within the 15 minutes, what you can see here, we were having this inside formation according to our type 2. We'll take that. So if we measure the stop loss from this price here to this price here, to only 6 pips. So if we try to maybe to refine it a bit more, when you go down, you may see that we will have to see also on this side, we don't have anything, we don't have any liquidity remain. But at this level here, this was already confirmed that this was not. This was not either, because if you put the line chart, this is where the validation was. So if you go to the candle, you can see that after the validation by this bullish candle, there is no any candle came to take liquidities from this point here. So I think if it was me at this moment, I would take this one as my main area. But in order for me to be sure that this is not confirmed, because we see this is like the wicks are overlapping, like you see. So in order for me to be sure that this is the clear area for me to take, I'll try to go back to the 1 minute time frame to see if it is not yet taken. And what we can see in the 1 hour time frame is that this price was already taken. This was already taken, this one. So it says that we took this one as our main area, because this is the only remaining liquidity, as you can see. And if we put the line chart, you can see this was the only liquidity that was remaining here. So we can trust that one. And if we see On the other side here, we don't have any liquidity down here, so we can choose this one, and then we go back to the 1 hour time frame, and then we put the entry from that point, and our stop loss will be as usual 15 pips. From this point to this point it was only 3 pips, so if you put 10 to 15, I think for those who took this one, they were safe. Yeah, but the second one was this one, so we don't I didn't took this trade, but the second one was this one, and also this movement came to react on the same area of liquidity, and then after the reaction, what you can see here, the price gives us this transition there, but not only the transition plus the inside formation, which is this one. So we check that, and then we go back to the 15 minutes time frame to see if we can find any remaining liquidity down there. So if you go back to the 15 minutes, you can see we were having this inside formation which was already taken, but this one was not yet taken, so we can choose this one. Let me delete this line here, let me put it here. You see, this was the only liquidity that was not yet taken, so we go back to 3 minutes time frame, because what we know is that the market has to come to take those liquidities from that point. So what we can see here is that we don't have any liquidity here, maybe because the validation was this one. I think we have it. Yes, still this is the formation, this is not, because the validation, this low here was broken by this low here. This is like a liquidity engineering, you see. So that is not the liquid, this is not, you can't mark this as your inside formation, so you just leave it. And then you come here and you see that was the highest point, you know. So if you can, this is the only liquidity that was not yet taken, because this candle closed from this point, so it means this can also open from this point here, but the blocker tries to manipulate us to know, to see, to term like this candle is already consumed. Now this was not yet consumed, so you are in 3 minutes time frame, and you get the inside formation that gives you like how many pips, I think 2 to 3, maybe 4, 5, 6, yes. So you can just choose it and put your maximum stop loss, which is 10 or 20 or 15, whatever. You see, 10 or 15, whatever. But if you want many, if you want more, you can just go back to the lowest time frame to find a good liquidity inside here. But for me, I'll end at this level here. So we go back to the 1 hour time frame, and we wait for the market to come at that point, because we want to be sure that this market will come to take this liquidity. So you don't have to refine too much, because sometimes the market can leave you, can leave you, and yeah, there. So see how the price did. Market just went. But as you can see, the market just came, activate that entry, and then tap our first take a profit, which was here. This was our first take a profit, and the second take a profit was at this level here. And after the break, they said take a profit will be at this level here. And if the market breaks this one, they said the follow take a profit will be at this level there. So the market activate both of them, and that is how we took this this IDCGF trade. And then we had another trade on, which is towards from this point here. What we can see is that the market, this was the area of liquidity from this point to this point. This was the minor and this was the main area of liquidity. The market just came on these levels here, reacted. If someone came to this point, it will see the entry type 3. The market came and took it, and then at this point here again, the market gave us the entry type 3, type 2, and then move. And then now the market came back again to this highest point here and reacted. You see, remember, this is your main area of liquidity on the daily time frame. This was the minor, this was the major, from this point to this point. So the market reacted to this minor, then reacted to some overlaps here, and then now the market has come to react on this invalidation, the daily invalidation. And then after the reaction, if you cut the chart from this point here, let's blink that candle. That you see, if you cut the chart from that point and then you move to the 1 hour time frame, you could see that we were having this transition here with a very good inside formations. This one as well as this one, but this was already consumed, so we will take this one because this is not yet consumed. So we mark the chart from that point, and then we move to the 15 minutes time frame. Then after moving to the 15 minutes time frame, what we can see here is that we don't have any other liquidity, so we have to go back to the lowest time frame, which is 5. And in the 5 minutes time frame, what you can see here, we were having this inside formation up here, I think from this point here, somewhere here, yes. And then we were having also this one, this was the inside formation, yes. And then so you can choose to take this one or this one in this 5 minutes time frame. So the stop loss from this point to this point, it was 6 pips. The stop loss from this point to this one for the most deviation was only 1 pip. So if you put your maximum to 15 to be there, or you can just go back to 3 minutes to see if this formation was not yet taken. And if you go back, you can see it say that you don't have to put your entry at this level, you have to put it at that point. So we just mark that level as our main target, and we put our stop loss on that point like that, and then we wait for the market to come to that level. So you can take both of them. You can take this one because it's not consumed, but also you can take this one. So for me, I put my entry at that point, and then if you go back to the 1 hour time frame, and then you waited for the market to come at that point to activate that entry, the market just come and then activated that entry and then went below like that. So that was how we managed to take that entry type 2 on this Audi CHF there. Let's move on the other pair, which is Audi JPY. On the Audi JPY, we add the entry per the chart. We add the entry from this point here, and it was from this area of liquidity here. As you can see, this was the area of liquidity. This was the break of market structure, which is major. And then we had the minor structure where the market came and reacted and then gave us the entries. But now the market has come to this level here. This is the wick. That is the wick. Yes, you see, that is the wick. So we mark it, and the market has come to that point on the daily time frame. If we go back to the 1 hour time frame, we can see that we just have to cut the chart from this point. You can see that the market came and reacted to some of the liquidities from some of the gaps, some of the liquidities that were found at this level here on the 1 hour time frame. This one, this, you see, the market just came and reacted to it. And then after the reaction, if you come to the 1 hour time frame, you can see that we were waiting for the market to come and give us the transition on this level here, which the market didn't do that. And then the market tries again to break, and then we're waiting for the break. Yes, and then the market breaks below here, and now we have the transition with the inside formation. So we were having this one as our main entry, this one as our main entry. What the market did, the market just came, activate that entry, and then moves below. As you can see, you see the market just came and reacted to that point and then moves below. So that was our special case entry. But another entry that we had on this Audi JPY towards let me try to show you. It was from this point here. The market give us this break of market structure here, and after that the market just came and reacted to hit to this point. So if you cut the chart from the 1 hour time frame, you can see that the market just came for the first time, tries to react and then give us the transition as the inside formation at this level here, but the market failed to give us that transition, and then came again to react for this second time. And after the reaction, what the market did, you can see this was the break of market structure, and this is the transition. So within this transition, what you can see here is that we are having that inside formation. So we have the transition, we failed to do the transition at this point. The market failed to do the transition at this level, but now the market is finally succeed to break the transition from this point here after the second reaction. So after knowing that, we just have to mark this one, and then we can just go to the 15 minutes to refine it. So if we go back to the 15 minutes, you can see this was the first tow. This was the first tow, and then the market just give us this inside formation. We mark this one, and then we go back to 30 minutes time frame to refine for more, to see if we can find more liquidities. And on this level we don't have any liquidity. Maybe we can choose to take this liquidity engineering that is found within this inside formation, from this validation to this invalidation. And then maybe let's go back to the 1 minute time frame to see if we can find a good liquidities. We don't have. Maybe we can choose this one. Yeah, we can choose that one. You can choose that one, because if we measure the stop loss from this point to this point, towards 5 pips, so if we put your maximum, which is 15 or 20, whatever, you'll be at that point. So this could be good to you. Yeah, so you can end from this point to the 1 minute time frame, and if we go back to the 1 hour time frame, what we can see is that the market has to come to take those liquidities from that point and then moves up. What the price did, the market came again and take those liquidities of the entry type 2 and then moves below like that. So yes, another pair, it was this Audi USD, where we one of my student catch this entry. Yeah, it was the entry type 2. I didn't catch it, but one of my students did. So what we can see here is that the price just came and reacted on this area of liquidity. This was our area of liquidity. So if we mark it, you can see the price just came and reacted to it. And after the reaction, if we go back to the 1 hour time frame, we expected the market to give us the transition on this level here, and the price came, breaks, and then gave us those information that we wanted. We have the inside formation, but also we have the transition. So we'll mark this one, and then we go back to the 15 minutes time frame. And in the 15 minutes time frame, what we can see here is that we have still, this is the green formation that we can choose. So we can just mark it, and then we go back again to 30 minutes time frame. And in the 30 minutes time frame, you can see we were having this inside formation happier, which was not yet taken. So we can choose that one, or we can choose any of this. So we have to make sure this week didn't it was not taken, if it is not taken by this movement here. So we go back to the 1 minute time frame to see if the formation is still varied there. So you can choose from this point. You can take this entry, or you can take this one, because both of these were the formation. These are the formation. So this is the upper one, and this one is the lower one. So if you want to take them both, it will be good, because sometimes the price can come and take this one and then fail to take this one. So you have to be careful and be sure that you can take that entry, because the stop loss was only 6 pips. So if you put your maximum, which is 15, to be somewhere here, so you'll be very safe, but also very confident that this market will take you. You see, so we have this one up here, and then we have this one, so we can take them both. And what the price did, the price just came and take both of them, and then moves below like that. So that is how we traded this. That student traded this entry type 2. Yeah. And then another pair, it was the Euro AUD, where I took one of the best buying trade, but also we took another sell on the same area. What you can see here, guys, is that we had a break, and after the break, the market just came in, reacted to it, and after the reaction, if you go back to the 1 hour time frame, you can see that the price just give us this transition here, and then after give us that transition, we had another information, which is this inside formation that we wanted. And after getting those, so we go back to the 1 hour time frame to see if we can trade at this level. And what the 15 minutes time frame tells us is we have to consider this one over this one because this was already consumed, this was not. So you can put the entry from that point, and then we go back to the 5 minutes time frame to see if we can find another liquidities below. We don't have any. And then we go back to 3 minutes time frame, and then what we can see here is that we were having this inside formation here. Which was not yet taken. So if you go back, if you want to be sure if this was not taken here, you can go back to the 1 minute time frame, and in the 1 minute time frame, let me see. I don't understand why the price plays. Okay, as you can see, the market just came and reacted to that point and then went up here. And then another pair here, we add another entry on this area again. So it was from this area of liquidity here. What we can see is that we were having this area of liquidity, which the price came and takes up liquidities and then moves down, and then we had another entry, another area of liquidity, which was this one, from this point to this point. So the market just came, reacted to that point, and then give us the transition as the inside formation on that level there. You see, the price just came and give us the transition as this inside formation. So let's deal with this one. The price just came and give us this transition here. Yeah, with the inside formation, and then now we can see we were having these formations of market. And then if you go back to the lowest time frame, let's try to go back to the 15 minutes time frame. In the 15 minutes time frame, you can see we were having this inside formation up there, which was not yet consumed. So we can choose that, or you can go back to 3 minutes time frame to see if we have any remaining information there. And what the price tells you is that all of this information was already consumed. So you can deal with them, but after go back to the 1 minute time frame, we can see we were having this inside formation there, which was not taken. So we can choose that as our main target for now. But the market didn't came to take those liquidities. You can see the market didn't came to take those liquidities, and then came again for the second reaction. After the second reaction, let me show you. After the second reaction, the price breaks this low here. So if the market breaks this low, this will be the transition. As you can see, now it's already closed. So this was the transition, and now we have another entry type 2 here. So you can just mark from that point, and then we move to the 15 minutes time frame. And in the 15 minutes time frame, after getting in this 15 minutes time frame, what we can see here is that we were having this inside formation here, and then this one here, but this is already consumed, this is not. So we choose that, and then we go back and then the liquidity engine, the inside formation that we chose, as we can see, is already consumed also, so we can choose this one. We can choose this one, yes, as our main target. But you can see up here we don't have any liquidity, up here we don't, so we go back again to the 1 minute time frame to see if we can find any formation. And in the one minute time frame, what we can see here is that we were having this inside formation up here, but also we were having this one, it's already consumed, this one here. So instead of taking this, we can take these two up there. You see, from the first entry we have the 111 pips, so if we put our maximum, which is 15, it's okay. But the second entry, that we are very sure that if the market will come and tap that entry, that will be a sniper entry. Let me go back to the 30 seconds, sorry, to confirm it is, if it is there. Yeah, so instead of taking this, we can take this one, and then we can take this one again, because this is the inside formation, this is the inside formation. So we just mark this one because this is the first one, and then we take another one, which is this one, as our second entry. So yes, so we go back to the 1 minute time frame, and we wait for the market to come at that point to take those liquidities. What the price did, the price just came and reacted to that liquidity and then went below. That is how we took this entry there, which is still selling to this point. At this point, you can see it's still selling. Yeah, and then we had another entry. We had another entry from this USD card pair, and this was the easiest entry. Okay, we had another the first entry on this level here, whereby the market just came and reacted to some of the flips, and then after reacting to some of the flips, the market just, if you cut the chart from this point here and you go back to the 1 minute time frame, you can see that the market, after the reaction, the market just changes the character, and then after the change of the character, the market leaves us with this inside formation. So we can cut the chart from this point here, and then we mark the chart, we mark the formation from this point to this point, and then we go back to the 15 minutes time frame to refine it. And if we go back to the 15 minutes time frame, we don't have anything here, so we can just mark there, and then we go back to the 3 minutes time frame. On the 3 minutes time frame, what we can see is that we were having this structure here, because we have this one and then we have this one next. So we take this one, and if you put the stop loss from this point to this point, it was only 30 pips, and this formation here was not yet consumed. This was not yet consumed, so after the market taking this, we can be sure that the market can come and take this one. But what you can see on this broker, this Oanda broker, is that the formations, Oanda said that this formation is already consumed by this week. But if we try to see another broker, let's try to see FXCM, FXCM USD card, FXCM, yeah, you can just, let me go back to the daily time frame and cut the chart to this point. cut the chart to this point, and then we go back to the 1 hour. And after going back to the 1 hour time frame, we mark the same as we did. So we just mark this one, and then we cut the chart from this point. I want to show you how that formation is look on the FXCM. So 15 minutes, and we go back 5, I think 3, yes, 3 minutes time frame. And in the FXCM, what you can see is that this formation was not yet taken, you see. So if you choose to believe or under, you may end up on this first formation where the price didn't came and reacted a bit, and then came back and to take some liquidity that was remaining to this point here. So if we use the FXCM, you can see the price came, reacted to this point first, and then secondly will come to react on this inside formation here. And if you put your maximum stop loss from this point here to this point, it was only 7 pips. So if you put your maximum, which is 15, it was around here. So what the price did, the price just came, let me try to speed up the process. You can see the price just came, reacted to that point, you can see, and then moves above, you see. Yes, so that is how we took this entry, which is the entry type 2. And now let's move on. Let's move on again. Okay, let's move on to other entry, because after taking this first entry, the market just came again to take that entry. And then after taking that entry, if you cut the chart from this point here, we were having the market left us with this transition of the inside formation, whereby we were waiting for the market to break on this level in order for us to say we have the transition. So the price just give us some inside formations and then breaks above like that. So after breaking above, the market just came. The market has to come to take some liquidities that are found down here. So you can choose this one to start with. So we go back to the 15 minutes time frame, and in the 15 minutes time frame, the market said that we have to deal with this one, and then we have to leave this formation, and then we choose this one. So we go back to the 5 minutes time frame. My English is not good, but try to understand. So if we go back to the lowest time frame, you can see we're having this inside formation, which was already consumed also. So we can go back again to 3 minutes time frame, and if we go back to the 3 minutes time frame, we can see that we don't have any remaining liquidity down here, and also here we don't have. So we just go back maybe to the 1 minute time frame to see if we can find any liquidity there. And in the 1 minute time frame, what we can see here is that we were having this inside formation. Let's see down here. Down here we have this one, but also we have this one. We were having this one. We have this one, which was not. This was already taken. were having this one. This was already taken, and this was already taken. If we put our line chart, this was the inside formation, was not yet taken. So you can choose to take this one below here, or you can choose this one. No, this was already, or you can choose this one. Sorry. So it says that this one or this one. But if you measure the stop loss from this point to this point, it was 8 pips. You see, so you can take both of them, but we have to make sure that this formation that we considering this low to this lowest point here, it is not yet consumed. So we just have to go back to the 30-second to confirm it, if it is there. So if we go to the 30-second, you can see that the formation that we were dealing with is still there on this level here, but the formation that we were dealing with it on this level, I think it's already gone. And then we have this one, which is the lowest liquidity, so we can take that, and then we can go back to the 1 hour and say that we have this inside formation that we can take from the 30-second, this point here to this point, which is 9 pips. So you can take our maximum, which is 15, to this point, and then we have another entry, which is this one gain. If the market came and reacted to this point, that will be a sniper entry. So the market took a little bit of time, but let's go back to the daily time frame. You can see the market just came and activated both of those these entries and went up. The last pair is AUD CHF, USD CHF, sorry. And on the USD CHF, we had only one entry on these levels here, I think. Yes, after this break here, the market just came inside. After came inside, if we go back to the 1 minute time frame, we were waiting for the market to change. So now our transition is on this level here. That is our main transition. The market just came and then breaks above. No, it didn't break above, and then give us the transition here. So we have the inside formation. This market didn't break above, you see. Yeah, so that is like a triple top, you know. So we have this inside formation here, so we mark it. After marking it, we go back to the 15 minutes time frame to refine, and in the 15 minutes time frame, the market tells us we have this inside formation up here, which is not yet taken, so we can choose it. So we delete this one, and then we stick to this. So we go back maybe to the 5 minutes time frame to make sure that the formation that we are dealing with is there. And what we can see is that it is not. We have to take this one. So from this point, if you decided to take the formation from this point, and you risk from this point so only 9 pips, you'll be good to go. But if you go back to the 3 minutes time frame, you can see that that formation that you was thinking of taking, it is already gone. So it is already consumed by this movement. So if it is already consumed by this movement, the market won't come to that point. So you have to go back to the 1 minute time frame. The 1 minute time frame, what we can see here is that we were having this inside formation up here. Yes, which was not yet taken. You see, it was not taken, so we can choose that, because up here we don't have any formation. So you can choose this one as our main target, or you can go back to 30-second if you want more details. And in the 30-second, what you can see here is that you don't have any information up here, because this is like it was already, no, it is not. So we were having that inside formation up there, which was not yet taken. So you can choose it, and then you go back to the 1 hour time frame to wait for the market to come to take liquidities from that spot. So if you go back to the daily time frame, you have to go back to the daily time frame to speed up the process. You can see the market just came, smashed that entry, and went below. So that was how this pair was traded, by using those entry techniques. I think entry technique. That's it for today, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So please make sure you subscribe, like, leave a comment. See you on the next one.